Hi, this is Sam. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Set. Set is kind of a brain teaser game. One of the things I love about it is you can play with as many people as you want. You can get a game going in just an instant, and people can come and go as they please, really. So it's a great game if people are just kind of passing through and you want to gather interest and maybe gather people together to start playing a game, because it's very casual. It's a very challenging game. Now the basic game starts out where you lay out 12 different cards on the table. So usually I'll do 4 across in 3 rows, but that's not necessarily required. Now the objective of the game is to find what's called a set. And a set consists of 3 cards where every aspect of the card is either exactly the same or exactly different. Let me explain what I mean. There are 4 different aspects. The first is the color of the card. So you have either red, green, or purple. The second aspect is the shape on the card. So you have an oval, a diamond, or a squiggly shape, whatever that is. Another aspect of the card is how many there are. So in this case we have 1 of the particular shape. In this case we have 3, and in this case we have 2. And then the last aspect to consider is the shading, or the fill-in of the shape. So in this case we have a solid fill-in. In this case we have no fill-in. And in this case we have a shaded fill-in. So again, every one of these aspects has to be all the same or all different for all 3 of the cards. Let me give you a couple of examples. Now a real simple set in this set of cards is going to be this card, and this card. So let's look at how it works. Well, let's look at color. They're all the same color. Let's look at the shape. They're all the same shape with the oval. Let's look at shading. They're all the same shading with solid shading. Now let's look at the number of shapes, and they're all different. 1, 2, and a 3. So they're all different. So in every aspect they're all the same except for the number of shapes, in which they're all different. In that case, if I'm playing and if somebody sees a set, there are no turns in this game. If I see a set, I simply yell out "set!" and then everybody has to stop and they can't choose any until I pick up my cards, and then I get that set. And that counts as 1 point for me, and I keep it in my pile. Then whoever is dealing deals out 3 more cards, and play continues, and you continue to try and find sets. So that's really how the game continues on, and people accumulate sets until the deck is gone, and then the person with the most sets wins. Now there is one rule which says if I call out set and I really don't have one, like maybe I'm trying to fish for time, I have to go down and immediately pick up those cards. And if I don't, and if you can tell I'm bluffing, then I actually lose 1 point, and I would have to give back 3 of my cards, and so I lose 1 point for a false set. Now that also happens if people jump the gun and they think they see a set and they're trying to be really fast about it. Sometimes they just may make a mistake and they really don't see a set, in which case they'd still lose a point. So now let's look at this set of cards and let's see if we can find another set. Well, there happens to be one with this card, and this card. Let's look again at the aspects. They're all diamonds, so they're the same in that aspect. Let's look at color. They're all different. We have a green, a purple, and a red. Let's look at the shading of the object. In this one it's solid, this one it's shaded, and this one it's clear. And finally, let's look at the number of objects on the card. Well, we have 1, 1, and 1, so they're all the same. So you can see that in that case we would choose a set. And whoever got that would take those cards, and then you'd lay out 3 more cards. So again, this is how the game goes. Now it's a great game because some of those sets, some of these examples I'm showing are relatively simple. There are some sets where all the aspects are different, and those can be very tricky to find. The odds of there being a set in any given set of cards is quite high. Now if all the players are stumped and they can't see any sets within this set of cards, then if all the players agree, then we can lay out 1 more row of cards, and the odds of there being a set now are very, very high. It may be hard to find, but the odds are very, very high. Now if we can't find a set again, then if we all agree yet again, then I would lay out another row, and would continue to do that until somebody was able to find a set. That's it. As soon as all the cards are gone, people count up their sets, and whoever has the most wins.